All right, let's move on to the next topic here. Okay, this is something that we all has been in the zeitgeist of the comedy community. Shane Gillis.
Oh goodness, yeah. I don't know him at all. Do you know him as a comic? I don't.
I've never met him.
Yeah, me neither. Is he a New Yorker?
He's in New
He's in New
York.
York. Okay, yeah.
I started in Philly, but I don't know.
Okay.
I've heard he's a nice guy.
I hear he's super cool.
Really?
Very reasonable.
She's from Philly. We team canceled 100%, but she was like, low key, I broke my foot and he opened the door for me for a week.
That's sad that that's what's nice. That's our brain. Being like a decent,
He was
slightly
probably just
decent
trying to
human.
smash. It's
Okay,
nothing.
all right.
Yeah, he's probably, well, here's the thing. I'm from Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good town.
So as soon as I heard Philly comic, I was like, oh, this is not gonna end.
Oh,
This is not gonna end well. Because I don't know if you have been to Philly, the city of brotherly love, but they're a wee bit racist. It's like Boston Junior.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
See, I didn't know that.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I just,
So do you know Shane personally or no? Do you
No,
know
and
not in your
that's
crowd?
something that kind of surprised me was the fact that I knew, I know Chloe, or I've heard of her,
And Bowen.
and Bowen was
Yeah.
on. He was
Yeah.
a writer, but Shane Gillis, this guy just sort of came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Interesting.
Um,
Okay.
Good name.
As a Jew chink myself, ברכו את אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים.
Goodness gracious.
I didn't know which one it was. I was like, I'm like, is that Hebrew or it took me a second.
Wow, a real Shane Gillis over
Listen,
here.
I am desperate to be canceled. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I want to stop trying. Jesus, cancel me. I swear to God. I'm not successful enough to be canceled.
Hey, we'd all be so lucky to get canceled someday.
Exactly.
Someday.
Someday, you guys.
Yeah.
But did we all watch the clip though of what they're referring to?
I did, yeah.
And what bothered me as Canadians when they were like, "It's a joke." There were no jokes in there.
No.
Yeah.
They were
No
just
joke.
they were just talking in racial slurs. Like it was just
Old racial
Oh
slurs.
my, like honestly, like maybe Biden. Like you think Biden would be having that conversation? No, it was just racist
It was bad.
talk
It was
between
bad.
the two of them.
Yeah.
No joke, no punchline. I don't think it was like a prep. I don't think they were going for laughs. This is just clearly how they talk, and that was. Everyone's like, it's a joke. I did not hear a joke at all.
I
No
mean,
jokes at all.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of hearing, oh, it's just a joke. Oh, it's just a joke. You know, guy grabs you in the ass, oh, it's just a joke. I'm like, no, it's not. And here's the thing, like, I'm a comedian. I've been in love with comedy since I was 4 years old. I used to watch Richard Pryor with my ear against the TV really low so my grandfather couldn't hear it. You know, I love comedy. And so for these guys to defend themselves by saying, oh, it's just a joke, there's no such thing as just a joke. To me, a joke it's sacred. Something's really special about it. We work on our jokes.
You know a joke when you hear one.
Totally.
You know?
Yes.
It's like, doesn't necessarily have a setup and a punchline. It often does. But you know when you're hearing a joke and you know when you're not. And we're not hearing it.
Yeah.
No, we're not
Now,
stupid.
this being said too, definitely there are comedians that say terrible things, but it's so funny that you're like, okay, I'm laughing at that. It might be wrong, but I'm laughing at that. Is that should that be canceled?
No, not at all.
See me too. I'm not gonna joke. I swear to God. Like I think if you're making me laugh, it's a very fine line.
thought
There are
process.
definitely things that I honestly, there are definitely things that I don't touch, that I don't go for, but not a lot. There's not a lot of things, but then I'm also very funny. So that's the catch. But yeah. But there is a fine line. There still is a fine line. You know, even now, even for as long as we've all been doing comedy, I think that just intelligent. You know, people with a conscience that you don't tell jokes about. You know what I mean?
And no one is entitled to a job at SNL.
No doubt.
No.
So there are consequences to the
Absolutely.
things that you say.
Yeah.
And also, I think something super important to remember is like there's always going to be Shane Gillises, no matter like who we cancel. There's always going to be like a Trump. There's always going to be like a someone. The actual problem is like either like the millions of people who agree with him or the institutions that support him. So like the real thing to remember is that like it took SNL 45 fucking years to hire an East Asian man.
Yeah.
And that's the real problem we have to keep our eyes on.
Nice word, yeah.
2 years ago, when they hired Melissa Villaseñor, they
tried to get rid of her immediately, remember?
That
And they
too.
wanted to drag her right away.
Sure,
Yeah.
but they had a cold open. It was like the presidential debates, and it was the show starts, and she's looking straight into camera, and in like sort of like a breaking the fourth wall, she goes, "Hi, I'm Melissa Villaseñor. I'm the new Latina cast member, and I'll be playing the Asian moderator because baby steps."
Yeah. Nice.
Which, sure, it's kind of. I understand that's a joke of why someone might laugh, but also that is a person, and that's not her fault, it's the institution and the writers and all of it. That's a person looking straight into a camera on live national television and going, "We don't hire Asians. Isn't that funny?" And that's so fucking gross and not funny.
And you know what is heartbreaking too is that Bowen Yang, who is so talented and has worked so hard, his success is immediately just like completely diminished.
That's so
it's just like you're looking at him going, "What about? Can we not just celebrate him for a second?"
Yeah.
And did you see? I mean, who was it that put up the picture of Joel?
Oh, that was it.
Did
Vanity?
you see that? Oh my
Or
God!
Hollywood Reporter?
And then they had who was it?
Hollywood
Hollywood
Reporter.
Reporter. Thank you.
Yeah, so
and they
Hollywood Reporter put- yeah.
posted another Asian comedian and called by the. It was just like it's just. I mean, it's one of those things. You're just like,
God damn.
A picture of Joel Kim Booster.
Joel Kim Booster,
He's also very
fantastic
funny.
Hilarious
comedian.
comedian.
And it's just like, oh my God. And that, like even in that, even after everything that's been said, you didn't get someone to fucking fact check. Like it's just, it's heartbreaking.
Double
It's
Double down on the
heartbreaking.
racism.
Double down.
I think
Double
it's purpose-
down.
Honestly, Deb, I think that was purposeful.
Do you think so?
I do. I
Do you think they were
do.
trying? Wait a minute. Like to be funny or just as a,
racist.
as a? Oh my God.
I think someone was like, "Ooh,
To have like a viral moment or something.
how the fuck do you mess up putting
Seriously,
a picture?"
that's what I'm saying.
It's
There's
only
no
happened
one-
to people of color,
I know.
right?
If you
I
Google
know.
Bowen Yang, you're not
That's
going to get pictures of Joel
disgusting.
Kim
No, that's what
Booster.
I mean.
Not at all.
So I feel like it was purposeful, and that's how
Stacey,
fucked
I
up
hope
it is.
not.
I know. I hope not, but
But
there's fucked up people.
Yes,
Man.
absolutely.
Also, they could have used a picture of me. I could use like the boost.
I'm putting pictures of you everywhere. You are a cutie pie.
Look at that
I'm
hair.
too
Look
old for
at that
Best hair in
Yeah.
comedy.
Swinging.
Legitimately the best hair in comedy.
Oh, like the John Stamos of comedy. That hair.
John Stamos of this
Uncle
generation. You don't know who John Stamos is, do you?
I'm too young. Oh, is that the guy from Fuller House?
Stacey, do something.